Did the internet jump the gun on this prenup story? Because according to Kandi Burruss, Todd is not challenging the prenup, even though that's exactly how the headlines have made it sound. And tonight on Watch What Happens Live, Andy brought up the very thing everybody's been talking about, the court filings and the fact that we literally watched Todd sign the prenup on their wedding special. So let's break down what was said versus what the blogs ran with. So Andy Cohen brings up the prenup and reminds viewers that when Todd and Kandi got married, we all watched him sign it. That moment, as you recall, was well documented on Kandi's spinoff, her wedding special, connected to the Real Housewives of Atlanta. So, of course, when recent court filings included language suggesting that the prenup could potentially be challenged, people immediately assumed Todd was gearing up for a fight. But here's the key word, people: potentially. And that is where the internet ran with it. So, Kandi clarified that Todd is not actively challenging the prenup. What his lawyers filed basically states that if they cannot come to a reasonable agreement during this divorce process, then they reserve the right to challenge the prenup. That's what you call protective legal language. That is not a declaration of war, okay? So when you're going through a divorce, attorneys oftentimes include contingency clauses. It does not mean that that's the route that the couple wants to take or is going to take. It just means they're protecting their client if negotiations break down. Those two things are different. And Kandi made it clear the blogs interpreted it as Todd is coming for the prenup, when in reality, it was conditional legal wording. Okay? Big difference. Now, here's the part that doesn't fit the messy narrative. Kandi says she and Todd are actually in a good co-parenting space right now. She didn't say they were friends or, she just said they were in a very good co-parenting space. She said just like any couple going through a divorce, they have their good days and they have their bad days. But they were literally just sitting side by side at their son's game. I want to say basketball game. I don't know what he plays. Ace. They were at his game sitting side by side, which probably left a lot of people confused, especially if they've been reading the blog. That's not giving war. That's giving intentional. Okay. She also emphasized that they are doing their best to stay cool because they do not want their children taking the brunt of this divorce, which is smart. And a lot of people don't think about that. If you watch a lot of these shows, they are wearing their ex-husbands out and not thinking that one day the kids are gonna see this. And who knows, some kids in their school might see it and then bring it to them. So kudos to Kandi for that and Todd. Think it's smart. That's very mature. And guys, divorce doesn't always have to mean chaos. Again, I think we've all been reading the blogs, myself included. Go back and check out some of my previous videos on this divorce on my Cocktails with Kenzie page and also on this Crime by Kenzie page. I'll link the video. But yeah, divorce doesn't always mean chaos. Sometimes it's just two adults trying to untangle a marriage while still protecting their family, their assets and their family structure. I'm getting all caught up on my words. Um, but the good thing is, did you guys see the TMZ clip where Mama Joyce was coming out the hotel and the cameraman asked her how she felt about the divorce? So, everybody, because of past episodes on Real Housewives of Atlanta when Todd and Kandi were, gonna get married, Mama Joyce was very vocal and did not have a lot of good things well, she didn't have anything good to say about Todd. So everybody has just been assuming that Mama Joyce is probably rejoicing. Okay. She is the happiest she could ever be because it's one hand, it's like, I told you so, because again, we're all running with this prenup narrative. And then also, we're done with him. He's out of the picture. So everybody assumed Mama Joyce would just be happy. And again, remember that clip? She was walking up to the camera, slow walk too. I said to myself, Mama Joyce is about to let have. And Kandi pulled her back.
Mama Joyce, we gotta ask you, how do you feel about Kandi and Todd? I mean, they're getting divorced.
Well, I just feel like as long as Candace is happy, I'm happy.
And we're happy to hear that. We're happy to hear that. Candy, we gotta ask you, Candy, how did you spend Valentine's Day? It was your first Valentine's Day as a single woman.
Oh, I was with well, first of all, I had to work. I had 2 shows that day.
Okay, well, that's a good distraction.
Juliet, but I took my mom, my cousin April, and my cousin Karan. We all went out to dinner.
That's nice.
Yeah.
Kind of like a Galentine's.
Yeah, well, I mean, family time.
Family time. Okay,
Yeah.
well, how are you feeling? You look great.
Thank you. I feel good.
We love that for you. I know you didn't want your mom to come over here, but honestly, as a fan, I felt like your mom was just getting used to Todd. Things were looking good over the last 5 years. That's why I asked Mom, how do you feel? She said, as long as you're happy.
She's been very nice lately.
Okay. Okay. Whatever that means.
We need a fashion shop.
But here's the thing. Kandi said that Mama Joyce has been actually very cool regarding their divorce. She's not had a whole lot to say. Now, every now and again, Mama Joyce will read or watch some videos or some blogs, and then she'll come to Kandi based on whatever headline she saw, and Kandi shuts it down. I guess letting her know it's not true. Don't believe what you read or don't take advice on what you read. It's not true. Because it's, as Kandi stated, a lot of us have no idea what's really going on. We're just reading documents that are being put out there, excerpts, clips of things that are being put out there, but we don't know the full story. So that makes sense, which honestly, that's relatable because the blogs can turn a legal clause into a full-blown storyline in 24 hours. Hell, in 10 hours, 5 hours, they can turn it into a full-blown headline. But overall, Kandi says her mom has been calm about it, and that alone says a lot. So, here's what this sounds like to me, okay? This doesn't sound like prenup warfare. It sounds like legal strategy during a divorce. And those are not the same thing, guys, okay? The internet herd could challenge and translated it to is challenging. And now that's how narratives get created. So the question is, did the blogs overreact, or is this just standard divorce protection language? Let me know what you think in the comments. And guys, as always, we're going to separate the headlines from the facts over here at Crime by Kandi. Make sure you guys subscribe, like, comment, hit that notification bell, and share. Make sure you check out my website, www.crownbykenzie.com, and I will see you guys in the next video. Good night.